Oh, good morning, Guy.
Morning.
Everyone online thinks that it was your car.
PSI. That is not my motor.
No, guys.
PSA.
If you PSI, look at PSI is what did that to that motor.
PSI boost.
Obviously, you guys, if you watched the video, you know that it was VA bait. But Instagram and Facebook thinks that VA's motor was Josh's because I had him holding that nice head for me, being my model.
I was modeling.
Now he brought me his oil pump, so we get to see his failure today. So we're gonna take this old girl apart from Mischief Jimmy over here, and we're gonna see if the oil pump died. So we're gonna do that. Also, I got our nice building set up out here, and if you look in the background, I got about 80 motors on the floor because it seems that Harbor Freight is out of engine stands right now, and I have way too much going on for what we have in our area. So it'd be nice if we could get into that shop because we have definitely outgrown our space, and it makes it pretty difficult. But all in all, we'll keep making it work till we get into the new shop. And I went over to good old Wally World, and we got a 40 pack of these things. So, dude, you guys, this was 15 bucks. The previous ones, you guys know we use microfibers on here all the time for wiping up oil on cars, and they're like, what? I think 30? They're like 30 bucks at O'Reilly's. Yep. So, and that's only what, 20 of them, I think?
20 or 25, yeah.
Something like that. So 40 of these. I'll let you guys know how these things work. I mean, granted, we're just using them for car use. They work great for when building engines. I like these way more than those blue towels, the shop towels, because these don't break apart when you're trying to brake clean and clean something. So we're trying this. And I also got a table because obviously we're pretty tight on space and limited on space. And ever since we've had VA bait and Hyper Blue in the garage, I really don't have a space to work in. So bam, a brand newsie. Because you know, Johnny Trans, I know you're watching this and you salvage titled my other one. And these things, they're pretty spendy anymore. I was yelling at Josh, I'm like, Jesus, they raised the price on these things. They used to be like 40 bucks. Now this thing's 80 bucks for a table. So it's all right, we'll take it over to the new shop. It'll be a nice area to work with. This will be nice because now I can work on a motor today, which you guys are gonna see. But first, we're gonna take Josh's oil pump apart and see how bad is bad.
How bad she's dickered.
Well, I mean, he lost oil pressure, so if the oil pump didn't break, that means motor's done. So it's probably done regardless, but we're still gonna pull this oil pump apart. Now, let me grab some tools, put some gloves on. Man, it's a shit show in here. So ready for a shop. Well, this is what Josh needed for taking his oil pump. Jesus, that bit's about salvaged. All right, let's see what kind of story this thing's gonna tell us. Holy shit! That's how we're starting today off. For those of you that don't know, you can get these things at O'Reilly's for these little impact hammers. And Josh is trying to probably take these out with a screwdriver. And that obviously was never gonna work.
Nope.
And there should be no reason why you guys are taking these things apart, but if you are, and you're curious, that's how you do it. Ow. One more, and this is always the hardest one because it tilts. Hold down over here, Josh. There. All right. See what we got. You ready to see pieces?
No.
I'd rather see
pieces in this. Yeah, exactly.
There ain't pieces in here, then there's pieces in the motor.
Nope.
The oil looks pretty clean in here. Whew. You nervous? I'm nervous for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. You ready?
Yep.
Oh.
Well.
Yep, bud. There's a piece of bearing right there. Bearing. That means, oh, you did break it, bud. Right there.
Oh, yeah.
She's broken. Yeah, you cracked it. Right there, see?
Yep.
I don't know, I was picking it up for you guys, but Not as bad of a break as I was thinking, but yeah, you can tell it fucking, that thing hit it so hard.
Yeah, it did.
The other direction. Yeah, it's broke.
It's enough to cause drop in pressure. I thought it was gonna be in pieces.
Me too. I mean, the only other way would be put another pump on it and see what it does. You know. Who knows? Did you look at the crankshaft?
Yeah, it looks fine.
Because that's where some damage would obviously be. Would be where that is. See.
Wow.
So who knows? Maybe this thing wasn't actually sitting on the right spot on the crankshaft anymore.
Like it moved after it.
Like it moved because obviously it's cracked there.
Right.
And it has so much abuse right here, so maybe it moved. I don't know if we have a crankshaft we can slide this on. I don't have one. No. Alright, so we got a crankshaft here that we can test this theory on. I don't know, I'd have to do quite a bit to fucking be able to turn and go like that. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, bud. There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, put another pump on it.
Put another oil pump on it and start her up. And then guess what? Then you eat another oil pump.
Yep.
What was that?
Huh?
What was that?
Oh, just, no, I don't know.
Oh, come on, give me your angry side, bud. One shift.
She's dickered off one shift, but
Yeah, with closer look on this thing, guys, and this oil pump, it's broken, for one, but I don't know if this camera's even gonna pick it up, but you can tell there's bearing material that's pushed into this gear, and that just, it means it's done, guys. This thing is broken, that's junk. Your motor, yeah, well, you sent her, bud.
yep.
So, unfortunately, you're out of motor too. You know?
It's racing.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, at least it was at the end of the season, I guess.
Best part about it,
Time, but
you got your 9.2.
yeah.
If you at the end of the season with 9.6, you probably would have been pretty saucy, even though it was 9s. But
9.2 is a little.
9.2, I mean, that's pretty deep into the 9s, guys, and we already know that there's a lot more in the car, especially after looking at the data log and seeing that timing comp kick in. I mean, to give you an example of how much timing it pulled out was probably at least another 150, 200 wheel in the back half on 4th gear, so we know it's there.
Yeah, she laid over in 4th.
You got it, guy. You put a motor in the car, it's got a map ready to go.
Yep.
No more stress of tuning the car, no nothing. You put a motor in it and send it.
Right. That motor went through the whole season of tuning it, testing.
Yeah.
Lots of hits in Mexico.
And you know, that's kind of one of the things that I had already talked to Josh about when we first started. You know, sometimes it costs a motor to tune a car at this power level. Now the bright side is obviously the cars have their tunes on them, and we're using the same motors in it. So yes, I get it that every motor varies and there's little differences. Obviously that's what a data log is for, but it's close enough that we can go ahead, make the hit in the car, see the data log, make changes if we need to, and so forth. But from now on, both the cars have their tunes on it, but shitty.
She held out all year.
You made a good first year, dude.
I killed the motor. It was my fault, but otherwise I probably went on to next season. She is a trooper.
It's not bad for what we've done to that thing and how much power that car makes, guys. I mean, I can't even tell you how many street hits we did trying to test because obviously we don't have a track. And on top of that, all the passes it's done. I mean, it's a bracket car. It's gone so many 10-0, 10-1 passes. And then we started to get it to finally work. Just wish we would have put a better boost control on the car at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
But I still think we're going to drop the spring pressure maybe. The hard part is now we already got it figured out. So it's like, do we mess with it or not? You know, just put another motor and you're good. Otherwise we have to freaking go through the process of retuning it. So we'll probably end up.
We'll probably be on a dyno.
Yeah.
More controlled area.
Definitely more controlled area. Well, I'm gonna get set up for today, and you guys will see today's project since we kind of got pulled away a little bit. But old Bud here had to bring his oil pump, and I had to ruin his day. He already ruined it for himself. See ya. So here's what we're starting on, guys, today. This is gonna be Valentine's car. That is gonna be the white 17 STI that is in the background over there, and we have everything laid out here, and this poor brandy table is getting broken in. Right. So what we have here, we're gonna start off to the side. We have another ETS V2 manifold. You guys saw that thing makes all the power on that stock motor. So we will be most likely switching over to these. This thing worked amazing with a power band, so that's what's going to be going on this build. What you see here is an Exetti clutch. This is actually an Exetti triple disc, so that's going to be going on with this. So you're kind of getting an idea where this is going. Then on top of that, so what we have here, guys, is we have one of our stage 4 closed deck blocks. This is rated for 650 wheel on that Mustang dyno. Usually, you know, you can probably go up to about 750 on the dyno jet with these blocks, but as you guys know, as time goes on, your power goals grow. He was waiting on his block. That's where everything else kind of spiraled from there. So what we have here is a Precision 6870. Obviously has a 105 V-band housing on it. This is the one that was actually ours. I went ahead and sold that to him, and he bought a brand new ETS rotated turbo kit. I only have the up pipe out here because there's no real reason to have the rest of the kit out yet. We have a set of Outfront Motorsports 1/2-inch head studs for that stage 4 right there, so that's ready to go for that. Then we have a set here of ID 2600cc injectors for this, and we have a Gates new timing belt water pump kit. We have a full OEM engine gasket kit. We have a brand new OEM 11mm Subaru STI oil pump that we need to modify. And moving down here, we have a set of Athena Firelocks gaskets for that as well. And this is something I'm really excited to put on the car. This is Torque Solutions oil pan kit. Some of you may have noticed that we have this on our website, but the coolest thing about this is that it has an O-ring on it, so no more sealant. So I'm really excited about that, and apparently now Dan gives me some treats. Oh, hell yeah. So we're gonna be putting that on. That's gonna be really cool to see, guys. We have one of our staged set of heads here. This is our stage 3 set of heads. These have a set of BC 280s in them, BC valve train, and these are actually port and polished to our race port package. So these things are ready to go. This whole deal here is, we could make 900 wheel on this, but that block not being rated for it, his goals originally were 700 wheel, and he can grow in the future. This block obviously is going to be limited for him. We have made more in the past, but he knows that, you know, if you push the limits of the block, then we're going to be getting a new block down the road. It's going to end up happening. So we'll make this car make 700 wheel, and then he can make the decision if he wants to push that block further, and then he can take the risk of what happens with that. So today we're going to get that thing on an engine stand. That's why I was telling you how we're out of engine stands. So I'd like to get this thing on an engine stand. Now I'm going to go through the assembly today. We're going to try to get this thing ready to drop in the car. That's what I really want to do today, and then fully work on this thing all through the weekend. Josh in the background, I think I might have him work on the blue STI from OTL. We just need to pull the long block out of there. We have a whole nother complete long block for that thing, and hoping to get some of these cars out of here. So I might have Josh work on that in the background today if he's up to it, and we'll probably have to push that thing in the driveway. Other than that, I always give you guys updates. Alex's heads were not done in time. He was going to come up this weekend to put his car together, but unfortunately his heads are not done yet. The black car over there, that's Kittrick's old car. We are currently waiting on the short block, which I just got word, I believe, that is one of the ones that shipped today. So if you have ordered a short block on the website, most of those had shipped today to me. There is some obviously in the recent orders that haven't shipped yet, and you guys will already know this if you're watching because you always get Friday updates. Stefan's car, we are waiting on some parts to finish up his and waiting on time to get to his. The white car, that's the one we just pulled the motor out of the other day. You guys haven't seen that video yet. You might have seen it by the time that this video goes up, but we're waiting on cylinder heads for that and parts to come in. Gray, well, she's toothless gray, so she still has broken third gear. Well, not really broken, but not there. Haven't really worked on it. It's just been sitting in the background. We don't really have time. Obviously the race car, that thing is on the back burner, and well, Hyperblue is doing what it does best, and that's collect dust. So that gives you an update on all the cars here, and maybe one day the black one over there that Josh is driving will make some power. Maybe. That is his girlfriend Carrie's. Yep. So we have a FP green full build, everything ready to go for it, but I'm just waiting. Come on, guy.
We're gonna get that started here in the next couple days. So enough talking. We're gonna get that thing on stand, put you guys on a time lapse. I got to get going, start working on that. I'm actually probably gonna help him push that car over. That way he can work over here, and we can get to work finally. Enjoy some of this weather. Now we got our tent out. All right, we got this thing in the driveway. Those of you that haven't seen anything of this car, I did record before, but it was such a short video that I wasn't able to put anything together. This thing dropped a valve in the same cylinder as VA bait. Number one, isn't that kind of weird? Yeah. This had happened prior to that, but that's what happened to this thing. So Josh is gonna go ahead and get this engine out of the car. I already got most of the part when I was diagnosing this thing. So the only real thing left is just unhooking our downpipe, dump tube, take the starter off, a couple coolant lines there, and our bell housing bolts. And this motor is ready to come out. We have another complete long block that's going to be going in this thing that the customer already supplied. So we'll go ahead and we'll start bolting everything onto the other long block. I think it even has an oil pan on it, so everything should be pretty straightforward from there. And we'll get this thing up in the air. Josh is going to get the motor out. Then we'll need another engine stand. It just never stops, guys. Need more damn engine stands. Seems like you go through phases where you're like, oh yeah, we're good. One engine stand, don't need anything more. Then it's like, oh, 2, that'll work. Now we need 10. So that's all right, guys. I'm happy of it. We're busy. So busy I didn't have to put Josh to work. So we're gonna be doing 2 things today. Hopefully make some good progress today. I would like to see both of these cars get done within the next week. So let's get to work. Start getting that short block on the stand, put it together.
Yeah. Welcome. Yeah. Cutaways. Mike LV. I done wasted enough of my time. I'ma need that back. Yeah, time after time with the I've been roll out of line like I don't read the signs. I'm so done with the lies. That's why I ain't got no time. 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 Boy ain't looking at the clock. Stepped up in the game like rock. Ball boy with the hook, can't stop. Like the dread on my head, stay locked. Look, always no island. Stay fly, no pilot. All beef, no diet. Real G, stay silent. I'm all for the mission to pray for the tension because the best of us come with complacency issues. And then the chosen and hawkers replacing, no picking the tissues. They're thinking and crying and laughing and ain't for the issue. I've been up like all night, working on the crab cause the sucker don't ball right. Then we about to swing cause we ain't about to fall. I'm living on my knees cause I know it ain't all I. Oh my God, never gonna stop. Think I'm finna go and change my lingo name to Pops. Y'all a bunch of birds, I ain't even gotta fly. Looking for the beat, find a light up in the top. See it at the top, praise be the try. I ain't need a try, glory to God. Millie with the rock, Jordan with the house. Catch me at the Grove, 10:30 on the dot, boy. Yeah, time after time with the I've been roll out of line like I don't read the signs. I'm so done with the lies, that's why I ain't got no time. 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 I ain't got no. Grown man, how I'm moving with the rock. Y'all swine, how you moving with the ops. Self-made hobby up in the shop. Stay paid, I don't care about the props. Praise God, change ways. Never been just about a payday. Glow up, then it turn into a melee. Coming down, so they hollering out Mayday. Yeah, if you doing this for dollar signs, odds you are out of line. Yeah, pay attention to the product line before that is modified. Yeah, eyes up on the bottom line before you are out of time. Yeah, out of body moving me so out of mind. I can see through all that jealousy. Can't compare to all the pedigree. They saying it's sinning, but all I see is jokes. They never wanting to smoke, they feeling it in they throat. Only a matter of time, we gonna see them all choke. Unravel the sun rattles the intimate folk. Oh no, we know that's laying their soul. The internet trolls, the intimate know the feeling is gone. Yeah, time after time with the I've been roll out of line like I don't read the signs. I'm so done with the lies, that's why I ain't got no time. I'ma need every minute y'all took from me. I ain't got no time. It's my time now. I ain't got no time. Cut always. I ain't got no time. I ain't got no.
Well, we got our first head all bolted on. Everything's laid out here. The wife's just rolling up. How's old stock motor killer doing?
Doing great.
Yeah, no problems, huh?
The brakes squeak less.
Oh, still the brake squeaking problems, huh? But when a full track day and you've been daily driving it,
She's pregnant.
you know, according to everyone, that's not possible.
You said that last time.
So we'll let you know how possible it is and how long this thing lives.
She doesn't very good gas mileage, so.
Wow, way to call out the tuner.
I filled up like 2 days ago. I'm already at a half tank.
Well, maybe you can tell me how much it is, and maybe I can lean her out and give her some better gas mileage, but I'll get you a Prius. How about that? Honda Civic. Huh? Yeah, I'm busy. Getting her a Honda Civic. She's gonna complain about gas mileage, but has a 600 wheel daily driver. Stock motor, killer.
What you doing up here?
We're assembling Valentine's motor, and Josh is over there working away on that Blue Beast. So.
Josh, did you still carry his car so we can take pictures together?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Pretty dirty though.
So is this.
Looks pretty clean.
I got a car wash this morning.
Oh my god. Okay, well.
Probably like that though.
I'm gonna finish putting this head all together over here. Now we can go ahead and get our camshafts in, get this whole side done, and we're gonna be flipping over to the other side. I'll probably do some time lapse of finishing this side up, and then I'll just knock out the other side because you obviously just saw us do it, and then we'll continue putting this thing together. Josh, how's it going over there, bud?
Almost got everything off and pull the motor out.
Very nice. This thing has quite a bit of aftermarket parts on it, as you guys can tell. It has a rotated kit, 6870 on it, and we had a lovely oil cooler aftermarket one, so he had to undo that. That's kind of a pain in the ass. He's getting the downpipe and dump tube off right now though, so this thing's about ready to come on out. We've been making some good progress. We got this thing all the way into a lawn block, and we are at the point where we're putting our new Torque Solution oil pan kit on, and I wanted to show you guys this because this thing looks awesome. Really excited about their pickup design because it looks like it can pick up quite a bit more oil, and I do believe the new Killer Bee has a design that's similar to this. That's what we've been using for years, but as you guys know, we are close with Torque Solution, so we are now using their kit on here, and this thing looks awesome. Has, you know, obviously your spacers here because we have extra capacity in our oil pan, so it spaces this pickup up. And the thing I'm most excited for is this oil pan, how it has this gasket in here. So that means no more sealant. I am so excited about that. So we have everything here needed. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this baby on. Oh, this is a piece of cake. So excited. Look at this nice piece. We got heat transfer on the bottom of it. There we go. In the sun you can see it better. This is a nice piece, guys. Super excited to put this thing on. So I'm gonna get this thing bolted on the motor, and then we're almost ready to get this thing dropped in the car, and old Josh here is ready to get that thing out of the car, but we're out of engine stands. Send engine stands our way. No, we'll get some more soon. I figured I'd go ahead and record this now since obviously it is starting to get darker out, and we all know how the GoPro does with lighting. Made some really good progress on this thing today. It is pretty much a complete lawn block. It is all timed now. I'm just getting ready to finish up the front of this thing and have it pretty much ready to drop in the car. I wanted to drop it in tonight, but as you probably can tell, probably not going to go in tonight. It'll go in tomorrow morning, and then we can get this thing most of the way together tomorrow is the plan. So I know today's going to be a pretty short video, but it was just a lot of head down working. Obviously, you got to focus on this when you're putting an engine together. So that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And seeing Mischief Jimmy over here.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. We're both Mischief Jimmys.
Yeah. His shit's fucked. Just not as bad as mine is.
Right.
So that is going to wrap it up, guys. I'll see you in tomorrow's video.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living life up in the fast lane. Life, though you lemons, you just put them in Coronas, Coronas, Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus, the bonus, the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment, the moment, the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash, bitch, I'm zoning, I'm zoning, I'm zoning. Fast lane, living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. Life up in the fast lane, fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground.